Hi, I'm Federico Pianzola from the University of Groningen, and my project for the TNA fellowship is Programmable Corpora as a linked data. The reason why I wanted to do this fellowship and I wanted to work closely with them is because I think this idea they developed of a programmable corpora is really valuable, and especially in cases where you can't give full access to the whole text of works to other people. It's still an excellent way to share metadata and to give easy access to metadata or features that you can extract from text to other researchers. I'm also working on a 5-year ERC studying grant project, which is called Golem, Graphs and Ontologies for Literary Evolution Model. So the research goal is to test evolutionary hypotheses on online fiction. And to do this, we are building an infrastructure of metadata and extracted features from fiction published online over 20 years in 5 different languages. But of course, the copyright is with the author, so I cannot give access to other researchers to that. But anyway, what I want to do is the core idea is to precisely use all these derived data that are metadata available already and additional linguistic, stylistic, and narrative information that we will extract through NLP pipelines. And so I want to give access to this to other researchers. The idea of using an API like they're doing for Dracor and setting up also the modeling of all the different elements according to the way in which they're developing this ontology for Dracor, it was really, really great for me. So I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I can simply just work with them and expand and make it a bit more flexible also for other types of works, not just drama. I think also from a theoretical point of view, the challenge here, and this is what I'm having fun discussing with Ingo, is how to model characters, because especially in the case of fan fiction. So what is a fictional character? So the challenge here is, okay, how do we model a fictional character as an entity within an ontology? So, and this is related to how do we conceive of fictional characters in relation to the real world? What are they persons? Are they objects? Are they the product of a creative process? So that's not really easy. And well, there have been a lot of researchers working on this from a theoretical perspective, and now just gathering all the knowledge available and trying to operationalize it. It's the fun part, but also the challenging part. The adaptation I'm doing now, it's mostly, it's twofold process, because on one side, we are adapting the interface, so the front end interface, so what the users will see on the website, because now it's specific for drama and characters in drama and single plays. But in my case, the data modeling is a bit different, because it doesn't make sense to give information about single individual works. It makes more sense to, or it's more interesting, I think, to give information about characters within narrative universes. So for instance, like the Harry Potter narrative universe, how the character of a Harry Potter is depicted in different ways in many different stories. And so the next step would be to just take the prototype that I've developed here, and together with my team back at the University of Groningen, we're going to work more on the ontology and like structuring a bit more how this information about characters and other narrative aspects of a story can be modeled, so that they can then be queried by other users through an API. Well, I think an advice that is also valid for every kind of application you're doing when you want to convince people to give to give you money for an activity that you want to do, is to just make clear to yourself first what you want to achieve, and try to tell it in simple terms, so that people understand immediately what do you want to do. And then, of course, it's simplification, because there are a lot of issues, a lot of things that you can't say in a small application. But make it clear what you want to achieve and why do you need to work with certain people to achieve this goal.